Hello, and welcome to the channel, the stream, and the episode. This is episode 25 of our New Frontier Forestry survival series, and I say it every time, but we are doing well. We didn't run our horses during the last episode. Well, we did run the horses, but not during the month of June, so we're going to get on and get that done, and then I believe we were going to advance on. Yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna roll and fertilise the barley field. I think, because that's. No. Have we not seeded? Did I not seed that? I must not have seeded it. Okay. No, that's our grass field. What am I talking about? No, that's our grass field. So there's our barley. So let's go and have a look. This one. And this one here. Okay. So I got myself mixed up. Okay, so we've got the barley and we can't plant that yet. That's not a problem. Yeah, I think we were gonna get it rolled maybe, or should we? No, we'll just get the horses run, advance on, and then we've got a lot of harvesting to do. The writing is 100% for the day. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Yes, right. Okay, so my mistake at the end of the last episode. We straight on. Okay. No bales to sell, just double check. No, that's fermenting. These are fermenting. Okay. They'll be good to go during July as well. Okay. So let's sleep through. And yeah. Crack on with the horses and then we'll get harvesting. Can't jump the fence there. Right, we'll jump on Zeus here. Wake up. Turn that on so we can see the riding percentages. And we'll check the map. And it's all ready to be harvested. All at the same time. But that's okay. It means that we've got a good load of work to do this episode. I knew I'd hit that tree. We have a very quick look. We're getting full on the old flour, so we're going to shift these ones really quickly. Nice little stack of flour, isn't it? 14,000 litres of flour. That'll do. Right, let's get Zeus back into his pen, and we'll pull Artax out and give her a run, because they're both girls. I keep forgetting that. All the animals you can get are girls, because they all get babies. Right, and on to Artax. As long as I don't get caught on the fence. There we go. And it shouldn't take us long to get all of this harvested. I mean, they are bigger fields, but they're not huge. So, it won't take us too long, but we'll get it done, and we'll throw all the excess oats into the grain mill. So I'm thinking we really need to pick up a bakery at some point. So once we're done harvesting all of this, I might take, I don't know, I was going to say I might take a couple of trees down to create some space, but we have got a nice little bit of space there. We just need to get the money together. Certain trees have to go. It's a shame, because I messed up the landscaping slightly on this one, because it would have been nice to keep that one, but that has to go as well. I might be looking to change up that chicken house at some point, because the coop needs expanding. We want more eggs than that, and I may have to add to our bee population, because all we've got is those two hives down there, which produce about half a pallet a year, so we could do with some more. I've got a lot of plans, not enough money to do it. So it is a struggle. We are on hard mode, but it makes it all that much more worthwhile. Alright, let's put Artax back in and straight into the side of the shed. And there we go. Get Zeus cleaned off. And our tax. Okay. Don't want to scare him with the axe, so I'll turn that way. Jump out, let's check the fermentation on our bales. So 60% on these. Those bales can go as well, to be fair. Don't need them. And silage, these are all done, so we may as well get those sold outright. Jump in the old tractor. I should have probably pulled them out the other way, shouldn't I? Thinking about it. Because now I've got to try and manoeuvre this all the way up through. Oh, and that's still got its... Okay, alright. Still got its grain sides on, because obviously we need that for harvesting. Just grab that. Move forward to there. Hit the button to change it. And that one. Bale trailer. No problem. There we go. Right. Well, that bale trailer there. Transporting is not operating. Yeah, into operating position that'll do. Right, let's grab these ones. Yeah, as expected. Straighten that up as much as possible. Unload bales. No. No. Yeah, it's not that way. Not that way. Ah, no, not that way. That way, there we go. I'm gonna flick onto... There we go, that sorted that. Stop unloading, operating. We just want these straw bales, we don't want the others. Yeah, that's it, just get yourself caught, why don't you? Oh, I've proper done a number on that, haven't I? There we go. And that's all we want, so we want to unload bales here. Oh, wrong one. Strap those down, there we go, right. Ah. More hassle than it needed to be, but we're loaded up. So let's go and get all of this sold, and then we'll get back and start harvesting. all our fields. We're going to have bare fields at the end of this. Let's get over to the sale point. That's my mistake as well. I've just noticed that I haven't sped the time back up. We're normally on ×3 for these episodes, so I shall spin that back up. Because that ×3 gives us about enough time in roughly 3 hours for a full day's work. I mean, we squeeze 9 hours into 3, so makes sense to me. Right, get these into the sale point. Let's see what we get for them. Total of 6 grand. That'll do. That'll do. That's 6 grand we didn't have, and works for me. I must admit, I am very impressed with the amount of oats we're pulling off of this so far. We've had one full grain tank. We're not far from another one. And we're getting plenty of straw, which is nice. Well, with the amount we're getting off this field and out of the field, I don't really need to get this bit, but my OCD kind of tells me I have to. Dumped a little bit on the back end of that. Like that, there we go. Right. Turn that off for 2 seconds so we get the speed increase. And away we go. We'll probably be full by the time we get up here, or majority of the way. So we'll pull the tractor around again. Here we go, 94, 95. Wow, that is so close. I'll set up here for this one, but let's go and grab the tractor. I'm very impressed with how much we're putting off of this. That's what happens when you take care of your fields. Didn't mean to get back into that one, want to get into here. Right, because that one's full. Okay. That's another load emptied. It's just, how much have we got in total? Almost 10,000 litres and space for what, another 6.5, 7,000, which we might get from this. Very nice indeed. Got so much more harvesting to do as well. While that's going, let's take a quick look at the map. Alright, so we've got that field, that's our barley, and that was our barley. That's our wheat that we also need to do. That's our canola, and that's our grass. And our grass is also... We get so much from that grass. Cut it every couple of months. keep cracking on getting this sorted, because I'll go and dump all of this straight into the windmill when we're done. Oh. There we go, that's what I meant to do. Well, if this one's any indication, we're due to get about, what, 15,000 litres off that one as well. Our wheat won't get us a huge amount, but it doesn't need to. Not now. We'll get plenty of flour from this. And I left the tractor right in the way. Oh well, clever me. But, yeah, I'll just carry on, get all of this harvested up. All of it. So many fields. That's okay, the tractor can stay there. I like making things awkward for myself. So. Hello. Thank you and welcome for welcome and thank you for joining me. Middle of an oat harvest. And then a hell of a lot of straw. We've got some baling to do after this as well. Got all the mod cons. None of them work, but it's got all the mod cons. Ah, you can see how full it is. That's nice. Never realised there was a little window in the side, in the back of it. That's very nice. Oh, that was perfect. Nice line all the way up. This will take it out in one hit. Love it. Yeah, I wasn't keeping an eye on that at all. So, let's go and get the tractor again. And I know I could get a helper to do this for me. But on a survival challenge, that doesn't really seem like the thing to do. So, as stated in one of the earlier episodes in the description, it's all on me. There are no helpers, no assistance. It's all on me. Okay. I've gone and put myself too close there, haven't I? Yeah, pipe's longer than that. Oh, no, we might be okay. Yeah. Awesome. Right. Get this filled up. I think just about top off these trailers that we pull out of here, which isn't too bad for one field. Right, let's go. Let's get this one finished off. Okay, right, let's go and top off these trailers. Like this. There we go. This is going on to that field next, so let's just get it lined up. Turn that off, jump in that, and we want to get this up to the windmill. And I've just realised, well, I've just remembered how awkward it is trying to get things into our windmill, so we're going to go and have a bit of fun with that for a minute. figured actually I want a very quick, no, we've still got space in there, and we've still got water. We've still got space and we've still got water. Okay. Just want to make sure we weren't overloaded on anything and weren't losing products. Yeah, I did it. I stopped on the hill, so I lost all my momentum. Oh yeah, and I've just remembered how difficult I've made it going around that side. Okay, how do we do this one then? I'm going to bin these, aren't I? I am. If I do what I think I'm trying to do, I'm going to bin them. Right. So there's a way to do this. Let's drop. That one there. I'm doing one at a time. Because at least that way, I'm not going to ditch it. Because that's very much a me thing to do. What's that? You've managed to successfully grow, well, plant, fertilise and grow a field of oats. Oh, well done. Yeah, now you've got it all in a trailer. Ditch it. That is, as I say, very much a me thing to do. Right. There's one. Let's get number 2 in there. In fact, as we're here, we may as well start this going now. Flower running. Nice. Come on. There we go. All right. Come on. Line it up. Oh, didn't mean to put the whole trailer in there. There we go. That's one field dumped into the windmill. I know this is going to seem a little silly, but I want to keep them the way that I had them, so I know which one's which. Even though I have just noticed that there is a slight colour difference. I thought I'd put them both as massy red, but obviously not. Plus that one's faded due to sun damage, but... I doubt it. Right. Back down, get another field done. There is currently a vote up as to what we get first, between a dairy or a bakery, but I'm personally leaning towards the bakery just so we can make use of all of that flour that we're producing. But if the vote decides dairy, we will get a dairy first. Right. Let's put the tractor there. Jump in the harvester. Right now, get harvesting field number 2. And here we go. I wonder how much we'll get off this one. I've also just noticed that we've got rain in the forecast. So in a moment, once we're past this tree, making sure we actually get past it with no issues. Yep, okay. Let's have a very quick look at the forecast and see what time that rain is due to come in. Okay, 2 o'clock. See, that leaves me tied now. Yeah. As much as I don't like doing it, I'm going to flick the time back down because I don't have to fight against that rain. And we have... I say we have one chance to get the crop in. As far as I'm aware, it will stay good until next month. But I just don't want to have to fight against that rain, to be honest. We'll take our time, we'll get it done. And we'll do what we can in this episode. And when it gets to the end of the episode, we'll just spin it on to the following month. Oh, I say that. Canola will be going back in next month. Barley's okay. Oats don't go until... wheat goes, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should put grass in these as a cover crop. I may do. I may put grass in these as a cover crop. Until it gets around to, what was it, March? Yeah, March, when we put the oats back in the ground. So I'm thinking either that or do one as wheat, one as barley. We could do a larger amount of canola and get the choices. In fact, that might be a bet. We'll do all of this as oats this time round. We do one wheat, one canola. Well, there's some time. We've got some time to decide what we're putting in there, so we can figure that out. But as it stands, we are harvesting. We are harvesting, and it feels good. I've just noticed how full the tank is, so yeah, we're going to be the furthest possible point from our tractor and our trailers by the time our tank's full again, I think. Which is fine, it is what it is. Turn that off, speed increase. Back on, there we go. We're going to have so many bales of straw at the end of this. The oats give it off, and we've got these 2 fields of oats, and is that one there? No. I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on, I really would. That one's wheat, that one over there's canola, and then we've got grass. But spinny, spinny. Choppy, choppy. No, okay, alright, at least we're on the way back towards the tractor. That's, not like we stopped that side of the field or anything. 97, 98, 99, tiniest bit more, come on, come on, there we go. Alright, grab the tractor again. I should really invest in some larger trailers, but these do the job for now, so. So I'll stick with what I've got. Okay. And there she is, empty again, so let's get started up, drop that down, carry on. Spinny, spinny. And choppy, choppy. Excuse me a moment, I'm having a quick sip of my drink. Oh, there we go. There we go, much better. Choppy choppy. Love me some harvest in action. Although looking at that field there, we've got so many up and downs to do to clear it off. But it's all just excess. It would go to waste. I mean, technically you could, I think you can use it as a fertiliser layer. So if I just spread it instead of picking it up, could have used it as a fertiliser layer. But we'll just pick all that up and then mulch. That counts as a fertiliser layer. So swings and roundabouts. So I don't believe if we'd spread that and mulched, it would have counted as that. I don't think it would have counted as two separate fertilisation layers. And as we've got the mulcher in, it doesn't take long to run over a field with that thing. And if we can save some money, then we will do. In fact, I will line this one up. Stop it for 2 minutes. Just so we can have a very quick look. Because I would like... See? They look okay from up here. The swath lines and everything. So I wonder why it's... when you're in and playing, they have such a problem. But yeah, as you can see, there is plenty of room over here. I believe it's a factory. Bakery. 150 grand for a bakery. That's not awful. $150. You see, I had thought about that. Do we just get a little one? Yeah, see that? That, to me, kind of seems like a bit of a cop-out. It's fine if you've got a building to put it against, and I mean, I suppose we could do it that way. 150 grand. Yeah. 90 grand, industrial bakery. Yeah, not enough money. Where's our... But it would fit. Where's the, I hope that's where the deliveries would be as well. I don't think I've seen this on a Mr. Seeley P video. I might have done. Actually, I think I do. Remember it, yeah. I can't remember where the goods go in. As long as it's not around that side anywhere. No, that's where the goods go in now, look, okay. Okay, so that's 90 grand. And that fits quite nicely. And now we'd level out that little bit. Okay, so that's 90 grand. I have got a lot of bits and pieces in here because I don't know what we're going to use at any point. That's all the BGA stuff. Yeah, productions without sheds. 50 grand. Bakery. £50,000 bakery. Like it, okay. So it looks like we're spending 50 grand on a bakery. Which means we need 30 grand. Yeah, where's the... Okay, yeah, okay, so the output's there. So I'd build it that way. Yeah. It'd be somewhere around there-ish, and I build it. I mean, it's 30 grand. We could just borrow that, I suppose, couldn't we? No, let's be sensible. That is what we want. And we shall get it, but we do also want the dairy at some point. We could do with a few more goats, or a better goat pasture than that. That was something else I'd seen. I won't spend too long on this. Where's the sheep part? There's the sheep pastures. Oh, space for 150 sheep apparently. Oh, we've got this one. Now this one, I did actually consider. Because with that being... I'd literally just load it in about there-ish or so. Yeah, about there-ish. That would all level out and then extend it out. It's only 4 grand. Okay, right. I just want to see what we get for selling it, but wouldn't tell us. Okay. Value 22. Okay, so we'd actually make some on that. I don't know if we've got a horses version as well. Yes. Fenceless pastures. Let's say be about there that I'd want it. And that goes out onto the path that I've made. But we aren't shy for space. We do have plenty of space. Could put it right there and it's not interacting with anything, but let's carry on with this. Turn off the speed boost and back on with the choppy. Always with the saving. How's that doing with the oats that we threw in? Okay, so it's made some more pallets of flour. That windmill is going to be so busy. But from what I remember, it is an undivided production, which basically means that it will do all recipes to the fullest extent, all at the same time. Which is very nice. It means it will keep running, maximum output, and fill it up as much as we can, and it'll run through everything fairly quickly. Actually, we need to... How much oat space have I got left? Only about 10,000 litres. Okay. I was worried for a second there. I thought I was going to have to purchase another, well, a silo extension, because we got the silo. I thought I was going to have to purchase a silo extension to fit the excess oats in, but no, we should be okay. So much to harvest in so little time. Got all of this to bale up as well. And that field there when we get to it. Luckily the canola doesn't leave straw, but yeah, the rest of it does. Could probably do with a larger header now as well, but we'll get there. We've got a huge shopping list of bits we want. The first thing on that list though is definitely a bakery. I'm still in two minds as to whether I just dip it and throw 30k on the loan we've got. I mean, it'll push us up to 100k. We'll owe the bank 100k, but we'll be able to get that bakery outright. And we've got a load of flour up there to put into it already. If we had more goats, or if we had some cows, it would definitely be the dairy first, but in fact, right now, what is the price of the flour? if we were to sell some of that flour, how much would we get? Down, 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 down. There's the flour. We're almost at the end of the line, so... And... of course it is. I'm almost full again. I'm not starting another line going the wrong way. So I'll just empty what I've got here into the trailer and then start on the updraft again. That will give me a moment to have a look at the price of the flour at the moment, see what it's like against what its highest is. Okay, flour. Oh, that's 200 less per 1,000 litres of what we got up there. It's about 12,000 litres or so, 14,000 I think it is. So we'd lose about £1,000. Lose about £2,000. In fact, we'd lose £2,000 on that. Yeah, they're down at their bottom end. Where's the lettuce? Because you've got a lot of lettuce. That's really at the bottom end. Okay, yeah. So, loan from the bank. I believe we're getting a loan from the bank again. I'm going to instantly start. I wanted to pay some of that down. We're going to instantly start selling the bread as soon as we get it. But I want that bakery. For £50,000, I can't complain. I'm just going to have to get a little bit over £50,000 as well, aren't I? Because there's a tiny bit of landscaping to be done for that. Unless I pop it down. Oh, I don't want to pop it down here. Okay. So we'll deal with that in a moment once we finish with this field. In fact, I will get the ball rolling now. I really don't want to do this, but ouch, 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 ouch. And ouch, because I need to make sure that I've got enough for the tiny bit of landscaping it'll need over there to flatten it out. That really did hurt getting that loan. But I know realistically it's the best way to do it with the amount of flour that we've got sat up there and the amount that we're about to produce. It will go into the bakery, it will produce us a lot of bread, and we should be able to get the majority of that $105,000 loan paid back. I can't believe I just did that. But it's what it is, and we need it. We really do need that bakery. Let's just hope the recipes and turnover are fairly good. Because again, I watch all of the Mr. Seeley P mod videos as of when he puts them out. Obviously he hasn't put one out for today, it's Tuesday, and I don't think he put one out yesterday either. The last one I saw was Sunday for part of a two-parter from Saturday, but I do watch all the Mr. CDP vids just to see what's going to be handy and what's not. But at the same time, they're kind of on in the background as I've got other things doing, so I'm not always paying the fullest of attention, which means that I think I might have missed the bakery that I'm going to be placing. I might have missed it. Hopefully it's all working okay and there's no issues. I don't want any issues. I just want everything to work. I haven't got much more of this to go now. I mean, that works out less than half the field, so it's about half of the inside we've got left. Don't forget, we are active in chat as well, so if you want to send me a message, say hello, give me any comments, suggestions, feedback, anything at all, please don't hesitate. I do respond. I do also read all the comments that get left, primarily because there's only been one or two comments left, but I do read them all and I do reply. Wow, full again already. Let's go get the tractor. Alright, the front one's full, so pull it through to there. Turn that off because we don't need it, and jump back in this grubby thing. Do you see how dirty it was on the side? Doesn't take long, does it? Drop that down, turn that back on, reactivate that, so it's all ready. And away we go. so much choppy. I'm pulling so much off of this. It's unbelievable. If you've just joined in, thank you for joining me, and I do apologise, you've just missed me pulling 35 grand from the bank. So now we owe the bank 105,000 in total. But that's okay, we need it more than they do, and we'll pay them interest, so they can just deal with it. But yeah, stick around because we'll be placing a bakery when we're finished with this field. I don't mean all collected up, all the swaths all baled or anything. It's literally just once we're finished harvesting this field, we'll stick all the grain in there, send it up to the windmill, and then we'll bring both trailers down, refit them to both be bale trailers, so that we can quite easily move. So we can quite easily move all the flour down into the bakery. So 2 more lines, and then we're done. I say that looks like it might be just a bit bigger, so 3 more lines and then we're done. As I said, we are active in chat, so if you want to send me a message, say hello, anything like that, don't hesitate. Spinny. Yeah, we'll get that one done first. So it actually feels like we're doing something on the return journey, the last little bit. If you've just joined in, yes, I am running at ×1 at the moment. Normally we're on ×3, but unfortunately we've got some rain coming in from about 2 o'clock according to the forecast, and harvesting in the wet, as anyone knows who likes Farming Simulator, it's not a good idea. It lowers your yields, apparently, so that's not something that I'm interested in doing. I want to get as much as I can. Alright, last line for this field. Here we go, last little bit, and there we go. That's all of the oats harvested. Let's turn that off, have a very quick look at the horses. I don't believe they'll need any oats for the next year or so. Have a look, base food, 960 litres, okay, alright. So they could probably do with some oats thrown in there. I'm going to I should have done that edge, shouldn't I? It's okay, I'll do it from this edge. Spin this round. And that'll do. Go and get the tractor. Why are weeds growing somewhere but not everywhere? Don't understand that. Alright. Let's grab what we can. It should be everything that's left in the harvester. There we go. Jump in, because we want to turn this off when we're done. There we go. Drop that in. Turn that off. Jump in that, and away we go. Wow, so we got about 30,000 litres of oats from those two runs. From those two fields, sorry. I'm impressed with that. There's all our flour. So much flour. Right, if we do the same as last time, in fact, if I drop that one there to start with, come on, I really need a new tractor too. Unfortunately, I think that's what we were going to be saving for, but this tractor can do the work. Right, and very quick look at productions. Oat flour. Yeah, still space for only 10,000 litres. So we'll dump all of this one. Grab this one and empty this in there too. When I say I want a new tractor, I do want a new tractor. I want more power, and we have decided on which one we're getting. It's just getting the money for it. Although I won't get rid of this one. This tractor has been such a little workhorse, I won't let it go. Is that everything? Is that as much as it is? Okay. Right. So we want to stick that one there like that. Go on round. There we go, join that back up and then dump the rest of this in for the horses. But actually, no, I'm not dumping all of it in there. I'll dump some of it in there. And a quick check on the horses. Okay, so yeah, we don't want to throw huge amounts in there. They've got what, 2,000, so I'll throw another 1,000 litres in there. There we go, that'll do. Trying to get the tiniest amount to fall. Right. Now the rest of this is going into that silo. So we want the blower. I'll tell you what, I'm not doing too bad for that. Right, let's throw the rest of that in there. And then no, stuff it, I'm turning it around. I was trying to pull another one, but I'm not going to push my luck. Right. Spin that round to there like that. That can now go away. Didn't want that, wanted that. Take the sides off the trailer. 1, 2. There we go. Right. Now let's go up and get loaded with go up, get loaded with our flour, so we can, yeah, I'm going to go up this way and come down through that little gap, so it's a little easier for me to load this up. There we go, and I'll turn that off for a moment. Okay. Oh no, okay. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. What's that? 16. 16,000 litres. Well, that certainly saved me a little bit of effort, if I can transfer 2 at a time. I was waiting for that one to fall off. I will not complain. For as long as things like this work, I will not complain. Yeah, there's space for one more. Okay. Almost. Okay. Like this one. Yeah, that'll do. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, no. Need to put the other ones on. Can't remember where there we go, that'll do. And then just these ones on here. Oh yeah, go on. Just push them all off. Brilliant. Right, we also have a wheat field, and the chickens have plenty of wheat. So all of that will be going into here as well. Awesome. Right. Let's take all of this down to where we're going to put our bakery. Okay. Construction. Factories. No, was it 50 grand down here somewhere, wasn't it? Not that one, 150. Industrial, but 90 grand. Here's where I find out it's just a figment of my imagination. Okay, right, and which way did we want it? That way, wasn't it? Okay. We'll have it so we can drop the bits right at the front there. Okay, and now we just want to flatten those little bits out. Oh. Okay. Flatteny, flatteny. Blah, 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 blah. I think that should just about do it. Okay, and always do that. Alright, now we just want to smooth. Come on. There we go. And that looks better to me. That looks a little more natural. I do, however, if we can do it, want to... No, that's concrete gravel. Where's the gravel? That gravel, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, that works. The rest of that can be concrete. Do I need to do any more gravelies? Don't think so. I say that I could probably do with a gravelly right there, but if I'm thinking about changing that at some point soon, I don't really want to. Okay. No, I think we're okay for gravelies now. Is that field damage? Oh, no. It might be. Don't know. Doesn't matter. We've got bakery. We have got a bakery. That's, I wasn't planning on getting that today. Things just happened. Oh, did I just mess up? 120 cycles a month. No, okay. That was just a fair amount. Let's dump all this in there then. Let's see, what's the limit? Flour. 100,000 litres. Okay. Can do that. I mean, we haven't got that much, but... Okay. And there we go. I've got 16,000 litres of flour. Activate. And there's the bakery. Very happy with that. We're skint again. We've got absolutely nothing left. But, yeah. Right. Now we need to throw that one back into being a proper grain trailer. Oh, almost drove straight over my bits of my wheat field then. Right, you go there. like that. And then you sit there while we play with this again. More harvesting. Nice. That'll do. Yeah, and there we go. More straw. More straw. So much straw. Well, that's annoying. There's some damage. These get ploughed every year as well, so that is really annoying. watch that bit as I come down there next time. Didn't mean to miss it. Although it is only a tiny bit, so. But as I mentioned earlier, my OCD, I can't leave it. Full up on the wheat. That's not bad. Not quite round the second headland yet. Come on, empty out, and let's go. And spinny. And choppy. Hello, Melbourne train guy. How you doing? Morning to you. No, afternoon. Afternoon over there for you, isn't it? We're just gone midnight here. I think it is. Yeah, 12:10. Ah, right. You're still on morning. All good. 9:12. Oh, wow. Okay. And that would be Tuesday? 9:12 Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning for you? No, it's got to be Tuesday. Wednesday morning, so you are, yeah, okay, makes sense. I've got a widget for a couple of places in the UK. Oh, yeah. And that's more for the weather than the times. But yeah, I am. From the future, yeah, definitely. So how are you? Hope you're well. Very much enjoying your streams recently as well. I was sitting there being able to chill out watching trains even if I can't get to play it myself. Yeah, I'm good. I felt rough yesterday. I really was rough. I normally the episodes normally go out from a Monday into a Tuesday, so like a Monday night for me. But I was really rough yesterday. Didn't feel good at all. I think it was a mixture of the heat, which you're going to call me a wuss for, because obviously you being in Oz, it's me saying heat is like a cool breeze to you, but yeah, I think it was the heat. I just didn't drink enough, so I was feeling dehydrated, just really rough. So yeah, stream didn't go out last night, so I'm doing it tonight. getting this harvesting done. You've already missed 2 fields. No, it's not that I'm not used to the heat. I don't react well to the heat. The wife has got an allergy to the cold, and I come out in a rash if I get too hot. It's really weird. Yeah, as for this, we've got those fields harvested. We just placed down a bakery and dropped 16,000 litres of flour into it. You get a little sick if it goes from 25 to 35 too quickly. Yeah. It's 35 is a rarity for over here. Height of summer for about 5 minutes. Middle of June, July. And that's it, that's all we get. But I'm used to that sort of stuff, so I'm very much built for the cold. I can deal with the heat just about if I have to, but I'm very much built for the cold. Yesterday it just took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be as warm as it was. How does FS work? Sorry for dumb question. Farming, but sim? Yeah. So if I back this off for 2 seconds and turn that off, if we have a look here at the map, you can see that's what I've got. This single area was the original farm size that I started with, and I had to carve the fields, and some of the fields, as you can see, on a hillside, and I've done it all with that tiny little tractor there. But yeah, you cut your fields, you plant your seeds, you fertilise them. A couple of months later, there are loads of settings. You can change how in-depth the simulation is. It's full hard mode for me. I'll start this back up now. It's full hard mode for me. I've got periodic ploughing, liming, stones, weeding. It's all required. So yeah, it's just lots and lots of steps to put your crops into the ground, to then take your crops out, and you've got your animal husbandries. So you've got your horses, your chickens, your sheep and your goats, and your water buffalo and cows. You've also got bees. A lot more skill than driving trains. Yes and no. Yes and no. Very much like two different sides of the simulation pentagon, so to speak, because there are so many different sims out there nowadays. Construction sim, train sim, farm sim. You've got everything sim nowadays. But yeah, animals as well. If we quickly jump out of there, pay no attention to the two glitchy horses. Just doing a little headbang in there. These are our actual two horses that work and aren't glitched. And we can... Oh, didn't want that. Didn't want that. Glitchy. Right. You can jump on them, ride them around. You can jump them if you're a little better than I am. So you run them all round, you get it up to 100% riding for the day, you drop it back in here, crash into the side of the building, jump off it, pull that out, and give it a little clean. And then spray paint and chop it up. No. So there's... Sneaky save. Okay, doesn't want to let me auto-visit that place. It's going to be quicker if I do it like this. Move, move, move. Tiny little tractor. Got some chickens. Literally just picked up that bakery over there. I'll take the flour that we produce in our windmill from our crops. We stick the crops into the windmill. The windmill makes the flour. We drop the flour at the bakery. It turns it into bread. This is the goats. And they produce milk in these pails. That's goat milk. If I had sheep in here, they'd produce you notice I turned my trucks off. Oh yes, yeah, fuel usage. Bottom right, the orange bar is fuel usage. The left-hand blue bar is maintenance that you also have to do. This is our windmill that nicely blends into the background so you can't really see it. No. And I've just got myself stuck on my water barrel. But yeah, there's I should shut that up really. That's the windmill that turns our canola into oil and our oats and wheat and barley into flour. We've cleared out like 90% of this space. There were trees everywhere. We've cleared it out. That's a grass field and we'll mow that, windrow it all and then wrap it up to make more silage bales like that will sell for a profit. It is. These are various different bits here. That's a baler. We'll use that on all of these swaths to make straw bales. There's a roller. There's my fuel tank there. So I can come round, top that up with diesel. Oh, is it already full? Yes, it's already full up, 1,240 litres. And that'll keep this thing going for quite a while. There's a silo that we've just thrown some oats into. This is a greenhouse that grows lettuce that then gets put into these that I take off at the right time of year and sell. Yes, they all cost in-game money, and I'm on hard mode, so you only get 1/3, I believe, what you would do on easy mode. So yeah, all costs in-game money. That combine harvester there, for example, when I went to purchase that, it was in harvesters 75 grand. That cost us when we got it originally. 75 grand plus then 25 grand for the header, so that I was able to, that one there, so that I was able to actually take things out of the ground. Yeah, that was just for that. I started originally with this one scrap that gets highlighted there, everything that's in green, that's what I started with, and a 5 grand loan. I had to get everything on lease to start with, chop down a load of trees, and then return all the leases and buy the stuff that I wanted. It's been a proper survival series. Everything has cost me a small fortune. It's all come from forestry. About 60 hours of forestry so far. Oh, and wear and tear. So if I don't repair this, if I just use it and use it and use it and don't repair it, then I'll pull lower yields out of the fields compared to what I should get because it's damaged. It is a little more involved than train sim. But it's one of those, I like to give myself a challenge. No, you don't. No. Melbourne train guy just said, I don't have to lease my train and move packs to raise money for my next upgrade. No, although I don't know if you've ever heard of it, a game called Derail Valley. It's only on PC. I've been hoping it will come to console, but that looks like a really nice train game. It's less about the routes and stuff and more about you just trying to make some money. I've watched a few videos of it on it. Yeah, there you go. Look, you've heard of it. Yeah, I've watched a few videos from Squirrel, and there's another one. I feel bad now because it's a small channel as well, and I've forgotten his name. But yeah, I've watched a few videos. I really like that game. I really wish it had a console release, but oh wait. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I'd really love a console port of it, but it's still only early access on Steam or something, so there's no chance console are going to get one until Steam have got a full release for at least a year. And Train Simulator Driver was, I believe he was in your stream earlier on as well, wasn't he? I knew that was going to happen. I've still got some in here, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, let's load that into there. Go on then. What's wrong with you? There we go. Yeah, Squirrel. That is literally just his name as well, Squirrel. He's got a few different... What was it? I originally picked up Squirrel because I was watching Transport Fever 2, that was it. And he'd done a series on there. And then I noticed that he'd also done Derail Valley. So I went and took a look at that. And I believe that's how I first learnt about Derail Valley. It was only a month or two ago that I found him. But yeah, just a straight squirrel. You'll notice him because it will just be like a almost vector art squirrel kind of thing, I think, as its logo. Simple design, teal and black. Let's dump this up into the windmill with the rest of it. Evil looking squirrel logo. I guess you could say it kind of looks evil, yeah. Yeah, he does some good videos on Derail Valley. From what I've seen from his gameplay, he's a knowledgeable gamer who knows the game well enough to impart information about it well enough, which is really handy for someone like me who doesn't have the game, doesn't have access to the game or any of that. It's nice to know how to play it if I ever get the chance to play it. No, I do get what you mean. I do understand. Yes. I've hit the wrong button now. I want to go into there so we can go into that. And it's wheat flour. So we're activating that. We are going to be making so... Oh! Silly me. Silly me. Oh, I don't need to go in here to do it, but if we want to change output mode of these now. Selling. Distributing. There we go. Because that will send it down to our... Oh, that will send it down to our... bakery automatically. I wouldn't worry about giving out hints and stuff for Train Sim World. From what I've seen, you say you've only been playing a year. From what I've seen, you're a good player, and I've picked up a few bits and pieces from you already. I've only been playing a fortnight. I've literally only had the Train Sim for about a fortnight. So I picked up a few bits and pieces from you. Yeah, and it's one of those, you don't always have to worry about giving out advice and stuff. As long as you enjoy the game, people will pick up on the fact that you enjoy the game, and yeah, they'll watch for that. Of course, we've got no option. A straw is not available for this. Oh, there's our beehives as well. Oh. Yes, those lines are to help the harvest stay strong. Well, you can, they're basically just field lines. You can, now, you never used to be able to. This is the first game where we've had it as console players. PC have had things like courseplay and autodrive, so they were able to set up routes and custom fields and things like that. But now, we have that option. We can go in here, set how many headlands, how wide thing is, the work direction, so we can change the angle we'd like the up and downs to go. It's yeah, it's all very nice and very new. It all got added in with FS25. Yes, GPS driven harvesting. That's how it is in the real world. It used to be from what I understand, there used to be, it was GPS was just an option, and it used to be like 25 grand or something like that, and not every tractor could get it. I'm not 100% sure on the details, but yeah, it used to be something stupid, and now it's just on everything as standard, which is nice. It really is. It means that I don't mess up as often as I did on FS22. And I will double check. There's a good chance that the line we're doing is now already fertilised because of where we're spraying the crap out the back. Soil composition. Yeah, that was all mulched last time. Where's the... Okay, no. So that... I say no, that's not a fertilised layer. It might actually be, but it doesn't show the fertilisation until later after we've ploughed it and done some other bits. So there is a lot to remember with this game. You've seen some documentaries on TV about GPS harvesting in Australia. It's really cool. I imagine it is, especially in Australia, because I imagine you've got US-sized fields and farms and stuff like that. Whereas obviously over here in the UK, it's all tiny. It is really tiny. And don't get me wrong, we do have some big fields, but they are nothing compared to America and probably yourselves in Oz. If the field isn't ready, set your DRA. Now, if the field isn't ready, I'll just run over to the house and skip to the next month. In the grand scheme of the game, grass is the crop that keeps on giving as well. You get 3 to 4 cuts from it a year, and once you've baled it up and stuck it in a wrapper like those ones over there, it ferments itself into silage that you can either feed to cows or stick in with a TMR, which is total mixed ration. You stick it in with their food and mix up and give them some better stuff, or you just sell it, which is what I plan to do because I haven't got any cows. You tried FS22 on Game Pass a while. Yeah, I believe they gave, it was either 22 or 19 they gave away quite a while back, but you ended up buying trucks and just driving around. No, fair enough. If you don't know what you're doing, it is very much just a mess around, and it took me a little while to figure out what I was doing. On my very first pass through, I had to mess around with the tutorials and try those out just to figure out what I was doing. And this was FS15 or 19, I think, was my first one. And yeah, it took me, I think it was about a fortnight, maybe a month, and I pulled the platinum because I just kind of got into it. Yeah, no, I get you. Unfortunately for me, you say you had no clue what you were doing, you enjoyed the forklift, you were doing stuff you can't do in real life. Yeah, I'm forklift certified, or I was years ago, so I know how to drive a forklift anyway. It's, that's part of why I like playing all the different sims and stuff like that, is I get to just look at and play around and figure out the controls. on all the different things. I like construction sim for that reason. I can build a virtual museum. Can't do one in real life, but I can build a virtual museum. You say, but yeah, this game is a bit too much for you to keep track of everything. I felt like that jumping into TSW for the first time, to be fair. It was like, oh, how many buttons? Luckily though, you've got a whole host of buttons, but you can't use them like you can in TSW. They have just released, now, I'm not keen on the fact they've just released it, but they've just released Farm Sim VR when this had been released with a few bugs and stuff. They could have done with fixing this first, but they do what they do. I'm not a game dev, I'm not going to tell them what they should do, but they should have fixed the bugs in this first. Yeah, they released VR. Now I imagine you can play with all the different buttons and stuff like that in VR, but I'm not really a VR player. Yeah, same. I've just seen on the chat VR games are a pass for you. Yeah, they are for me as well. So I get the appeal. I get why they're fun and everything. There isn't anything appealing enough for me to spend that much money on something that I'm not going to use that often. You say, interesting point, releasing updates and new stuff with bugs not being fixed is a TSW issue as well. I think it's literally just a game dev issue from a lot of different companies. Ubisoft is an awful one. Ubisoft will release a game full of bugs, but so will Bethesda. That's the thing. I do Ubisoft love it. I do understand game development isn't an easy process, and even if they pay out for the best QA testers in the world, those QA testers cannot put a game through the same paces that a million people can on the day of release. So there will always be some bugs. People just have to accept that there will always be some bugs. Just seriously, where's my tractor? There it is. Yeah, there'll always be some bugs. It's just the way it is. Now I can forgive some bugs. That one you showed me earlier in your stream though, where you went too quick and everything just kind of loaded out. I used to get that on PS4 playing GTA as I was coming from Blaine County down through into Los Santos, going past the casino. Yeah, it'd do that every time. Bug out, things would disappear. I'd be floating in someone else's car, and then it would catch up, and we'd be about a mile down the road. Yeah, exactly. You said testers can't test everything, and players don't play the same way a tester plays. No, they don't. No. As an individual years ago playing Destiny 2, I can remember jumping around for about 20 minutes when I should have been doing a mission, and I was just trying to find a way to see if I could jump out the side of the map. So I mean, I imagine the testers had tried to do that, but I managed it. It was about a week after Destiny 2 had been released. I was on Nessus and I was just jumping out trying to escape from the boundaries. I'm sorry. I've just seen this message. Melbourne Train Guy says, the reason the door in the GWE Class 43 doesn't open is because players kept falling out of the train. How do you test for that? You can't guess players will not drive a train, get up to 125 mile an hour and try and leave. Now if I was on the testing thing, I would know that that would happen because it's one of the first things that I tried on the test track at the training centre. I threw, what was it, the other one from Great Western Express. I threw the other one, it was the turbo something, but yeah, I threw that on one line going one way and just set it going and jumped out, and then I set a high speed HST on the other one going the opposite direction, and then waited until they both got up to pretty high speeds and then switched that. I did jump out of the other one, the HST. I can't jump out of, they locked the door. But yeah. Oh, almost. That's the other thing. I don't know if I'd mentioned, I will show you right now. I've got crop destruction on as well, so if I go over it, if I lift that up, go forwards a tiny bit, and then back, you'll see it's left 2 indents. I'll go forward a bit more. That's where my tyres are going in and running over the crops and destroying them. So yeah, it's full hard mode. And you see, oh no, I would have covered it all here. Over on the other field there's a patch of ruined crops from hail damage because the weather now affects. This is FS25 has been the first farm sim game that's got weather effects that can affect your actual gameplay other than just, oh no, it's raining, don't harvest. You can now have hail damage on your crops and a twister. You can have a twister come along, destroy everything. Yes, if you drive on your crops while crop destruction's on, you will literally just damage the crops and they're gone. Yes, you got twisters. I haven't encountered any yet, but you can. Yeah, there aren't any on my. I've got sunshine, bit of rain, sunshine, clouds, rain, sunshine, and on the right hand side you can see August, September, October, November. It's raining, then it's snowing, and then we got some sunshine. Probably during the snow. Yeah, luckily, as I say, I've not encountered any twisters yet. I think the map maker, his name's OlaHaldor, I think the map maker may not have activated those, but I'm not complaining. It means I haven't got to worry. But yeah, the standard map you get, Riverbend Springs, that that does have twisters guaranteed on it. Still luckily not experienced any of them, so I've not had my crops destroyed, but I have seen videos. Yeah, if it's raining, you get a reduced yield on your harvest. Sorry, I've seen this other message you put up. If I start dumping this lot. There we go. ENT class 43 does have a working door in the cab. GW43 is getting the cab door updated in the remaster. Oh, right, okay. So what, they're remastering Great Western Express? And that is everything we have to harvest. So we'll come back down here, drop this back onto the header trailer. And I've done it again, haven't I? The clearance on the back end of this isn't huge for turning, so you need to kind of be careful that you don't trap yourself anywhere. Right. That'll go in. And they'll go in on the side of it. But they need to wash off first, so we'll deal with that in a bit. And you say... Oh yeah, Great Western Express is getting a remaster. No idea when though. When it's getting released. Making it the same standard as other TSW5 routes. Okay. Lighting and texture upgrades, timetable as well. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks alright to me on the PS5 as it is. So I mean, I thought it had been updated, but that's what I get because I'm new to the game, so it's been worked on in T since TSW4. Right, okay. Is that a dovetail or a rivet or someone else? Open. Drop that in there. Run in there. Oh wow. Really? Just a single guy at Dovetail doing it on his own. Fair play. Dovetail Games Liam. Well, thank you, Dovetail Games Liam, for updating stuff that looks good anyway. I mean, I'd say it looks good anyway. It looks good to me. Other people might have other opinions, but I'm just happy when I get a game and it actually works. I have been bitten a couple of times in the past. There was a game a little while ago called Real Farm, and I'd not long finished one of the other farm sims, and I was... Oh, no, this is our grain one. Yeah, I was playing one of the other farm sims, finished playing it, got the platinum and everything, and was like, could do with another farming game, something else to try and get the platinum on. So I started playing that Real Farm, Sodesco or something. Worst farming game ever. Don't bother, save your money, absolute nightmare. I try doing anything, within about 10 minutes the game crashes. So, yeah, bad review from me on that game. Very bad review. If I could get a refund for it, I would have done. Yeah, I just spotted the messages you agreeing with. Oh, GWE does look good at the moment, in my opinion. Yeah, it does. And, yes, same. And the PS returns policy sucks. Yeah, it does. Yeah. I took solace from the fact that, yes, I'd spent money on it, and yes, it sucks, but at least I got the PlayStation points for it. So, that was something. Right. Let's grab this. And we need some netting. Where's the round bale nets? There they are. There we go. I've got quite a lot of games, and I've been getting every PlayStation Plus game that they give away for the last 6 years, I think it is, and they give 2 or 3 away a month. So yeah, I've got a lot of games, and I only really bother with the points because I like my games. It's my hobby. I play a lot of games, and I'm not awful at them. So if I can get some points back to make it cheaper to get more games. Wildlands for Tom Clancy. Wildlands, yeah. Ubisoft. And Division 1. I like the Division 1. I've got Division 1 and 2. Oh, auto drop. Yeah, I've got Division 1 and 2. Not awful at those. Can just about keep me gun straight enough to shoot everything. You say TSW is such a relaxing game, it's saved me from hating gaming, to be honest. I can get that. It's a different style of game, and it's a very much, as you say, very much more relaxed than running around on Call of Duty Zombies, trying not to get mullered. Like that. I get ya. You can just sit back, relax with your train, and not have to worry that some tryhard's going to come in and do you over before you get to your station or anything like that. That's kind of the same way I feel about this. Is it's very relaxing. I know what I've got to do. I know what bits of equipment I need to do what I need to do. And as I said a couple of episodes, it reminds me of bits of my childhood, because I could see some of the tractors and combines up in the field behind the house when I grew up with my nan and granddad. And nowadays, where I live, I go out on the balcony for a smoke, because yes, I'm a smoker. It's not great, but it is what it is. It's part of how I deal with getting through life, as difficult as that is. But yeah, I see the agricultural equipment going up and down the road all the time, so I do love the farming and everything. You say, I'm not a young lad anymore, these sweaty kids on their FPS games. Yeah, I can still do first person, and I do still very much enjoy a good first person shooter campaign. Then again, I'm all over the place with my gaming, from GTA to Helldivers 2 to Call of Duty Zombies to Train Sim World, Farm Sim, Stanley Parable, loads. I'm sort of it doesn't have to be my style of game, it just has to catch me, if you know what I mean. It's got to suck me in. If it doesn't pull me in, if it doesn't have a grab that catches me personally, I'm just not going to gel with it. But then I suppose that's the same for everyone. Yeah, Helldivers 2 and 40k. I've both of those are in my collection. I do love smashing bugs. And I've gone and messed that up, haven't I? So I can catch this little bit on the edge. Oh, and I've just remembered I've still got that attached. Brilliant. Get out of the way. There we go. Shift. For the Emperor. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've got a fair amount of actual Warhammer models. About 5,000 points of Blood Angels. Used to love games like Dawn of War as well, the old PC game. Yeah, I went a little mad years and years ago. You know, as a kid, you're always like, oh, I want this. And then when you become an adult, you can get some of those things that you always wanted. Yeah. Yeah, a fairly large Blood Angels army was what I always wanted, so I ended up getting a fairly large Blood Angels army. They really are. They always used to be expensive, but inflation went crazy and Games Workshop got greedy. So Tabletop Games Armada collection. Were you very much the Void battles back in the day? Right. Play MTG? Melbourne Train Guy? You play yourself? Ah, Magic the Gathering with you. Yeah, I never really played Magic the Gathering. I played Gwent while I was playing The Witcher 3. Although I have seen the episode of South Park where McNuggets takes on all comers and then gets scared, so Kenny has to take on whatever the big chicken at the end is. I can't remember. The acronym is funny. It's so some. I don't mind people calling me Melbourne or Josh. Well, okay, well, not a problem. It's one of those. I've always kind of had a rule for years. Whenever I kind of meet someone online or anything, even if I meet them in real life, I still stick with the gamer tag, whatever it is. I've got a friend who lives a little way away from me, but I met him through gaming online, and yeah, still call him Dutchman. I've known him for years now. Still call him Dutchman. just the way it is. I know his real name and everything, but sent him Christmas cards and everything, but yeah, still call him Dutchman. It's just something I've always done. So TSW stuff is where you can sink your money into now. Yeah, I've as you're aware, I've got a daughter. That's where the money goes. If I've got a little bit spare, then I'll get something if it's on sale. But I as I said a little while back in one of your streams to you, I think it was, I got very lucky. I managed to pick up my PlayStation 5 before little one came along. So technically, she wasn't here, I could spare the money. Now I don't think I'd get away with spending like, what was it, 450, 500 quid or something. You know, it's one of those, I don't mean to be, but I am kind of a Scrooge when it comes to games. I got burnt multiple times. Yeah, you said it right there. There is no spare money when you have kids. No, they always need something. And if it's not them, it's the car. If little one doesn't need something, the car needs something, and if it's not my car, it's the missus' car. And that's the point. She's got her MOT Thursday. Yes. Yeah, you say, Wolfie, when it comes to TSW, my advice is to always buy in a sale. Absolutely. That's what I do for anything. It's I didn't get this in a sale. This cost me full price. But that's because I wanted it from... Oh, I'm caught up there. That's because I wanted it fairly soon after it came out. So I kind of had to spend out. But yeah, generally things will be in a sale, and I will make sure that I've wish listed the deluxe edition or the top end edition, so that when I get whatever on sale, I'm getting as much as I can for as cheap as I can. Nice, good. You say PlayStation sales for TSW are really good. We get 3 or 4 TSW sales a year, and they're always really good discounts and good variety. I'm happy about that, because yeah, I don't want to spend more than I have to. I've seen the prices of all of that, and my friend Dutchman actually likes Train Sim World and stuff as well. So I believe he's got TSW4 at the moment. I don't think he's upgraded. I could be wrong. He might have upgraded, but you say January, March, September, and December. Oh yeah, you'll always have the Christmas ones. Yeah, we're just hitting the end of the sale at the moment. I believe they stopped being on sale just before midnight tonight, so on Wednesday. But yeah, there are a fair few on sale at the moment, and I'll, like I said, I'll be looking at that Cornwall local, St Ives, Penzance, whatever it is, and Island Line. Wow, you say you've got 800 to 900 Australian dollars worth of stuff, paid about 150 to 200 Australian dollars for it. Sales are epic. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. When you're getting that much, yes, they are. Saying that, it's the same thing I did with the Division 2 years back. I really wanted that. They had the Warlords of New York and the whole expansion and everything on sale for it, so I picked up the lot for, I think it was $24.99 or something like that, down from like 76. So yeah, very, very much PlayStation sales, absolutely love them. Yeah, you say nice, it's rare that I pay full price for a game. It's only if it's something I'm really into, like Farm Sim and Space Marine 2. I paid full price for Space Marine 2. I paid full price and then some because it was like the deluxe edition or something. Not the top end, but almost. But I do like Space Marine. I've got a video, I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2 from Space Marine up on the channel, and it's just the end of a mission with a couple of randoms. But we run into the last area and I've maxed out my tactical character, so I literally just stand there, and as soon as his shield's dropped, I chunk him for 99% of it, well, about 90% of his health from my grenade launcher. Just dunk, 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 dunk. Oh yeah, it's almost dead. Yeah, you say you're Scroogey when it comes to spending, so am I. So am I. There are certain bits and pieces that will get my money without a problem. There are other bits I'm like, no, I'm not paying for that. Or I'm not giving you as much as you want for that, not a chance. Why am I getting 2 different coloured bales? That was 5,000 litres of straw. That was 5,000 litres of straw. Oh, have I run out of netting? Well, no. I ain't got a clue then. Yes, they did. The Codex Astartes approved that action, yeah. I was informed by Dante himself that I must go out and represent the chapter. I have as well. It's all of my characters are done up like Blood Angels. The Assault Marine is done up like Death Company Blood Angel, or as close to it as you can get. Have you seen those memes as well? A battle barge full of battle brothers. Best I can do is 3 men. Yeah, you say shut up, Leandrus. I say we still need to show the chaplain some respect. We might not like him, but he has a position of authority. And death to the Xenos. You know, the cutscenes are epic. There's like 20 Ultramarines, and best I can do is 3 men, says Melbourne train guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's about the long and the short of it. For I forget the Scottish captain's name. It's not captain's lieu. I forget his rank as well. There's a Scottish bloke. That's what I get. I played it, completed it, busted through, did quite a bit of the online stuff, and I haven't played it for like 3-4 weeks. I've forgotten everything about it. You say names escape you as well, don't worry. Oh no, brilliant, as long as it's not just me. It's one of those, when you get old, when you get to a certain age, if it's not important, it just falls straight back out. It's like, yeah, I'm not really listening to that. I get that quite often with the wife. She moans at me a lot recently, because it's entirely understandable, and she has every right to. Because I've got a video going on YouTube, and she talks to me. And I'm not listening. I ain't got a clue what she said. I was too busy watching the YouTube video. Yeah, get in trouble quite a lot for that. Now I am old. I'm probably too old to be doing this sort of stuff. Playing games, hoping that eventually I might be able to make a career out of it. Because I've always loved playing games. I've always wanted to earn money playing games. So. But I was never close enough to any of the games developers to put in to be a tester or anything like that. Smile. It is. It's very much like the penguins from Madagascar. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. The look she gave me the other week, because I was taking the mech, she turned around and said something. I said, yes, dear. That's a definite way to get killed with the evils, that is. Yes, dear. Seriously, it wants to take forever for that last little 1%. Say, oh yeah, living dangerously. Yeah, I like to take the mech. She knows I like to take the mech. And that was always me when I was younger, the cheeky one that was doing things that he shouldn't have been doing because it's cheeky and he's funny and he can get away with it. Whoops. It seems like my daughter's picked that up from me. She's a proper cheeky little one, doing things just to see if she can get away with it. Yeah, I know how awful I was as a child, so I've got every inkling of what she's going to turn into, and if it's anywhere half as bad as me, I am in for a rough time. But hey ho, Pip and Dandy. What was that? Hey ho, Pip and Dandy. That was Arnold Rimmer, Red Dwarf. Sorry, a big dwarfer as well. Yeah. Yeah, when one starts playing out, I guarantee it's I'll get that look and she'll just be like, yeah, carry on. You go deal with it. I'm pedantic. I like to be pedantic. I say I like it. It's not that I enjoy being correct. So I generally don't open my gob on anything unless I know that I'm right, which can annoy a lot of people, and I don't blame them for it. It annoys me. Oh, seriously, that's just... Sorry, I just read that comment. You say you remember Red Dwarf, but it's just on the edge of before my time. If you get the opportunity, take a look. Season 1, Series 1, Series 2 look dated now. Series 3 looks dated, but not as dated as the first two. They're very much grey. Series 4 onwards, it gets a bit more colourful, a little bit more variety. But yeah, I imagine Little One, I got my wife into Red Dwarf, and I imagine Little One will be into Red Dwarf at some point as well. I just dread the day that she turns around and starts coming out with Smeghead at everyone. I love it. I just saw your thing. I remember Smeg, Curry, and a cat dude. Yeah. Dave Lister, played by Craig Charles, is on a spaceship. It's a mining ship. The mining ship Red Dwarf. He gets stuck in suspended animation because he snuck a cat aboard, and 3 million years later, after a radiation leak. Vindaloo is a type of curry. Vindaloo's a type of curry, that's fine. But yeah, 3 million years after a radiation leak, when the radiation levels have returned to a safe level, Holly, the senile ship's computer, lets him out of stasis with his dead hologram bunkmate Arnold Rimmer, played by Chris Barry. And the cat was Danny John Jules. I am full of useless information like this. it's a shame actually thinking about this. If I was on the PC and doing this on the PC version, this would have a mod for it, so it'd get to like 90% or something, and it would slow down, and then when it hits 100%, it would stop itself automatically. But we don't get certain mods on the consoles. No script mods, apparently. You say, instead of ask Jeeves, ask Wolfie. Can be for a few different bits and pieces. I mean, I will hold my hands out and say there is plenty. I'm only human. There is plenty that I don't know. But it's one of those I've kind of you pick things up during life that are absolutely useless to everyone else. They're absolutely useless to you, but at some point you find a use for that. I was like, oh, I was useful for 5 minutes. Brilliant. Not the script mods, no. There are apparently I've done a little bit of research into it recently. Apparently script mods are something the consoles don't like, and I say the consoles, it would be more PlayStation don't like it than Xbox, because obviously Xbox being Microsoft, well, they're fine with script mods on a PC, so they'd probably be okay with script mods on their gaming PC. That's all it is just a branded PC, Xbox branded. So yeah, it's PlayStation, because you open up scripts, and apparently you open up, or you lessen the security that you have in your systems when you allow script mods. Off the top of my head, I couldn't, other than the fact that it does something with scripts, I couldn't tell you what the difference between a normal mod and a script mod is. I'm not a modder. I have a basic understanding of code, as in a very basic understanding. I can just about fudge my way through being able to fix little bits and pieces if I need to. If you allow script mods and things aren't put together properly, there's a chance that script mods could brick the console, but then it's the same as anything. If it's not, things aren't the way they should be, anything can mess anything up. You have 5 apps that haven't been checked properly through the App Store, for example, and you load them up onto your phone via third party. Well, okay, they've not been tested by anyone, they've just messed your phone up. You've got no recourse because you were told not to do it. So yeah, it's scripts. As I said, I'm not a coder, I don't know, but now you say you understand Sony wanting to keep the garden safe, but surely there's a way to do it. Yeah, I think there is. I mean, you could sideload things, like when you sideload onto mobiles and things like that, you could sideload it, but without ruining like warranties or possibly having PlayStation brick your console. If you start doing things that they say you shouldn't do in the EULA and stuff like that, they could, and they have every right to brick your console. I wouldn't want that to happen to me, so I don't do anything like that. But yeah, with script mods, they could like leave a backdoor open so that, well, brilliant, now anyone can access that server and get everyone's info off that server or something. As I say, I'm not a coder. I just try to pick up and understand as best as I can. That's what I say. In Transport Fever 2, I was playing that a little while ago. They seem to have script mods, but unlike... Now here's the thing, if I'm on PC and I'm playing Farm Sim 25, I can go on itch.io and a few other websites. I believe a lot of modders have their own, like, itch.io and their own Facebooks and stuff like that they put their mods up on, and you can go on there and you can download it for your PC. There's no mod limit, there's no limits on the mods that you can download. If you can get it and install it and you can make it work, you can have it on the PC. You just need to be careful, as with anything, you just need to be careful with where you get it from, that you're not getting a virus. With FS25 on console, the only way for console players to get mods is through the curated ModHub. Now, with it being curated, it means that Giants, the devs of FS25, have made sure that it works with the base game and doesn't mess the base game up. That's the only thing it needs to do to make sure that it is able to be played, is it's compatible with the base game and it doesn't make the base game crash. They're not responsible to make sure mods work with each other or other mods of the same type or anything like that, so you can have mod collisions and stuff like that. Sorry. You say it's the same as iOS jailbreaking. If you're prepared to assume the risk, then it should be up to you. Sony can implement server protections, i.e. people running scripts don't get access to PS network. Yeah, the problem with that is with the PlayStations, quite often you need to access the ModHub, you need to be signed on to the PlayStation network. So if you want your other mods and stuff from the ModHub, that is the only way you can get the mods. You see where I'm going with that? You can't really do it. Giants have curated all the mods. Giants have said what mods can and can't be on console, because all the mods for FS25 get submitted to Giants and they test through them. You say it should be up to the player. You say it's my PlayStation. If I want to risk bricking it, then that should be up to me, to be honest. And yeah, it should be. It should be. The only thing that comes into play there is that and this is the age-old thing of, we don't own games. We own a license to play the game. It's like, we own the console, but we don't own the software that makes that console work. We own a license to use the software on the hardware that we own. And that's the thing, it's all in the tiny little words and writing that just by using their equipment, or what is now your equipment, just by using it, you are agreeing to the EULA and stuff like that. And a few games companies get a lot of crap, but not exactly bad for that. Yeah. A lot of companies get a lot of crap. Warner Brothers and Portkey Games, when they released when they released Hogwarts Legacy, I noticed in the end credits of that, it's an open license pretty much. They said that you are absolutely free to mod the game in any way you want. You are free to mod the music, use the music for anything else, do anything, as long as it's not for sale. You can completely mod the game. You can stream the entire game on YouTube. All the music, everything like that. You won't get copyright strikes for the music. You won't get copyright strikes for the visuals, any of it. You can literally play the entire game on YouTube and monetize the videos and make money from it, and Warner Brothers and Portkey Games won't go after you because it's all in that license agreement at the end that all flashes up. It's all they've opened it. I wouldn't say so much open source because it's still theirs. It's still their proprietary code, but yeah, they allowed anyone to use it and do what they want with it, which is nice. Not many companies do that. We still have so much to do. I think I might leave this baler at the start of this line of straw. I can't believe how much straw and how many bales and stuff we've got going for this. I'm gonna leave this one here. Oh no, wrong bit. Dump that one off the back. You say Warner Brothers would 100% copyright strike for music. It's for Hogwarts Legacy they can't. Mattel copy striking videos with TTTE music. Warner Brothers doing the same thing with Minecraft music, even though they don't have the license. Yeah, I had a half strike years ago, because I streamed a bit of that's what I was going to get in the mulcher. I streamed a little bit of one of the Arkham games, I think it was. Anyway, it included a little bit of the intro music on opening splash screens and stuff. Yeah, they asked, I had a notification for removal of that ages back, or notification that I wouldn't be able to monetize that on it. I mean, I nowhere near big enough for monetizing or anything like that anyway, but yeah, there was a notification, yeah, we're not going to allow you to monetize. I was like, okay, well, I don't care, but wow, really? By playing your game, am I not showing off your game? Am I not giving you free advertisements by playing your game? But yeah, you say they 100% strike for music, at which point all you'd have to do is screen grab that bit from the end of the game where it runs through and says that it's all open license pretty much, and YouTube would tell Warner Brothers to do one basically, because you've got it there in the game files. It's like written right there. When the credits come up, it's splashed in your face. It's quite large writing for what it is, to be fair. But yeah, so if they struck for that, then I'd put in that screen grab and then wait for YouTube to be like, well, you've put it to Warner Brothers, you've put in like God knows how many different copyright strikes that aren't true. So with that being the case, we're going to ban Warner Brothers from YouTube. That'd be hilarious. I was about to properly swear then. I do apologise. Yeah, that would be hilarious. I want to unload this. Which means we need unload bales. Unload bales here. Stop unloading. Operating. There we go. Unload. Okay. I've broken this. Yep, I've broken it. Yeah, I've broken this somehow. I don't know how I've broken it, but I have. And there's that rain I was talking about. Yeah. Ah. Unload bales. No, I have broken it. Oh! Oh no, that's for... That's how we'll drop them then. There we go. I just want them off the field. Stop unloading, operating. Transporting. Oh, have I proper broken this now? Oh, I think I have. Oh, no, there we go, okay. Such professionalism, many skill. Yeah. What? Yeah, if you want to see skills, you've come to the right place. I've got so many skills. Have you ever seen a tractor get stuck on a hay bale? So many skills. Alright. Well, this isn't working properly. I'm supposed to have an option to move them about and get them off, but it's not working. So unload bales here. There we go. Awesome. Right. Stop unloading, operating. And unload bales. There we go. That's how that works. You say that tractor should have crushed it, NTG. Yeah, that is 5,000 litres of straw in each one of those bales. Right. And we're going to turn that back off now. Help menu, don't need it. And steering assist, there we go. Lower that down, and away we go. You say, is that hay made of adamantium or something? Adamantium or something? No, just hay. Just hay. You say, so hay has good compression strength. Yeah, only if you've got the right bale net on it though. I think mine is made out of a carbon fibre tungsten aluminium polycarbonate alloy something or other. And you say you know less than zero about farming. So did I when I first started. That's what I was saying earlier when first season of Clarkson's Farm came out, the missus was a little annoyed with me because he was going round at that auction at the start. I was pointing out all the bits going, oh, that's a cultivator, that is. That's a plough, that is. That's this, that's that. She was a little annoyed. She just wanted to watch the show and I was being annoying, but... Right. Unfortunately, this has been 3 hours 42 minutes on this stream. Normally I aim for about 3 hours, but I've been enjoying a chat with you, Melbourne train guy, so I won't apologise for it. I'll get the headland done on this, and then I think I'm going to have to call it there for the evening. To all of you. No, you say thank you, say me, mate. No, that's all good, buddy. All good. It's nice to have a little chat, and then that I set the world to rights. Bloody game devs and not releasing full games with all their bugs and stuff. We'll set them all to rights. It's fine. Yeah, I do need sleep. I'll be alright though. I can function quite happily on about 6 hours a night. I can go on less if I need to, but I can function quite happily on about 6 hours, so I'll finish off this round, get round to there, and then I will literally just down tools and leave everything where it is, and pick up, Thursday into Friday. Friday's our next episode, so we'll pick up there. But no, thank you very much for joining me. Anyone else that's out there as well, thank you very much for joining me. I shall stop this here, lift that up, drop that there, turn its lights off. Say, he said, Melbourne train guy says, glad I didn't miss this one. No, I'm glad you came along as well. It was good to have a chat, buddy. We just so you're aware, I'm not going to leave all this as dirty as this. We have got a pressure washer here, and I will take care of it. It does work. It's not pressure washer simulator style, but it does work. But we'll get that done next time round. We've got a lot to do next time. Thank you all for joining me on episode 25. Good to have a chat, MTG. I shall catch one of your streams again soon. But yes, thank you all very much for joining me. And from me, Wolfie69, this has been episode 25. Happy farming.